So, a few of you have asked me to weigh in on the whole OG and Evelyn situation. For those of you that don't know, OG is a professional football player. She's a female football player. She plays for the Women's League, the Lingerie League, but she's a real athlete. And Evelyn Lozada is, of course, a basketball wife. But she has a history of working out too, so this isn't just some athlete picking on some random person. Well, these two got into it this season. They butt heads. They didn't get along. They didn't see each other. And if anybody knows the nature of reality TV, you talk crap about each other. You talk crap, and eventually you get up in each other's face, la, 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 la. However, we have never seen this type of behavior from OG. OG has never gotten out of character. She's never, the security guards have never had to grab OG. OG has been the type of person that gave people what they gave her. So in other words, if you give her, if you scream at her, she's going to scream back. She's been very classy. However, we've seen something on this show that really shows us a sickness in our nation, and this is racism even within the black and brown community, because they have tried to act like OG has been overly aggressive. They've tried to act like she has anger issues, all because she gives them what they give her. And so this all came to a head this reunion when allegedly, we have not seen it yet, OG was forced to film separately from the rest of the cast. Now, we do know that this has been validated by Cece, who showed up to the reunion but left the reunion because OG was not able to film with the rest of the cast. So anyway, they made OG film separate because they were claiming they were all so scared and all so this and that. And, it made me just think back. OG has never given us any reason to feel like she's scared, feel like she is a violent person, and never given us any reason for the other women to feel threatened. However, Evelyn Lozada has jumped over tables. She's thrown drinks on people. She's pretty much admitted to having an affair with Tammy's husband. Her and Tammy had a little thing. And one thing I learned about Evelyn, just from watching and reviewing a few things, is she's the type of person that only pops off on someone who doesn't have that doesn't have a bite. All they have is bark. So she pops off at them. She almost got what she wanted with Dominique this season, but then she got her banned from the reunion as well, because Evelyn is not with that kind of business. She's with the hollering and the throwing tables and throwing drinks, but she's not with the throwing fist, And I think the message that's in this mess is you can only fake so long, and eventually something's going to catch up with you. But beyond that, we see the racism in all of this. Now, she's thrown tables, she's thrown chairs, jumped over tables, thrown drinks, but she has never been asked. And all of the cutting up that she's done, the buffoonery she's done, she has never been asked to film separately from the rest of the cast. She's always been able to sit on that stage, talk her mess, throw her whatever, have security hold her back. But all of a sudden, OG, now it could be because she's an athlete, she actually works out, but OG, who is a darker complected woman, who has never popped off, she has never popped off on this show. They make her film separately. And then to add fuel to this, Evelyn goes on Instagram and she makes a post about OG, and in her post, she refers to her, or she uses a ape emoji or monkey emoji to refer to OG. And I'm like, is she serious? And I further asked the question, are the fans serious? You have got to be kidding me. You got to see that this is blatant racism right here. And to me, something needs to be done. I never advocate for someone losing a check. This woman has a family to take care of. But something has absolutely got to be done about this. She has gone way too far. With this is not the first time that she has done this. She has made the racist remark I just told you about with OG. She has called Tammy a nigga. She has called Jackie a cockroach. And then she made the little Asian joke, Ling Ling, about Cece. So this is obviously an issue with Evelyn. I feel like they need to make it a requirement that she does some cultural sensitive training, especially because this show has been on a long time. I feel like growth should be a requirement. Like, you should not be the same chick popping off. Unless this is just going to be a bad girls club and everybody just get up here and, do these type of things. Now, I want to say this. Evelyn does have the right to be as ignorant as she wants to be. But I say to you, the fans, those that support the show, you are the fool if you're offended and you continue to support this. Now, I've made up in my mind that until something is done about this, I'm not watching any more episodes. So I'll kindly tune in to some of these reviews on the internet, but I absolutely refuse to watch any more shows until something is done about this. You've got to make your voice count for something. Now, that's only one rating, so they probably don't give a crap about my one rating. However, if enough of us make this same statement, then they will do something. Again, my goal is for her not to lose her job, but there needs to be something that calls for her to take a look at herself, see what she has done wrong, and do some type of growth from this process. There's a petition people are signing stating that they want her removed from the show, and that's okay. You have that right if that's what you so desire to do. Again, I've been without a job. I've been homeless. That's not fun. I'm not trying to wish that on nobody, but I do wish that she would get better, and I do have a choice if I want to support that type of behavior by watching it, giving it my ratings, watching the sponsors, the commercials, and so forth and so on. And I'm choosing to withhold my my rating. They won't get credit for this 18 to 40-year-old individual. You should probably do the same if you feel the same way. We've got to start calling these people to task. Racism is not cool. Discrimination is not cool on any level. And that's my thought on the subject. They should have put OG on stage and let her, if she wanted to act an ass, she should have had the right to act an ass. I mean, hell, we have 7 seasons of every other woman on the cast acting up. And it just further perpetuates what our society has. Everybody else can have a bad day, except for the black man or the black woman. Everybody else can go off, except for the black man or the black woman. If she does it, she's considered, controlling, a mad black woman, blase this, blase that. If he goes off, he's a thug, he's this, that, and the third. While everybody else gets mental health consideration, they get, they're just going through a lot right now. They get excuses. People dig to see what the problem actually is with them. However, when it comes to the African American, this right here, the fact that this is happening is evidence that this is something that takes place in our society. And the thing that hurts is it is being assisted and it's being amanned or it's being supported by Shawnee O'Neal, who is a black woman who was married to a darker complected man. So she should definitely know that this is just simply not okay. Anyway, those are my thoughts. What are your thoughts? I would love to have a conversation with you in the comments section. Let's get the conversation talking. Let's get connected with the Walt B Connection. In addition to all of this, I just found out that Evelyn is trying to file a restraining order against OG. This is ridiculous. She's trying to make it impossible for her to work, for Basketball Wives LA next season. This is just another move to try to make it seem like OG is overly aggressive. This is ridiculous. This is kind of where I draw the line. I think since she's coming for her bag, I'm going to go ahead and sign the petition and come for her bag. It's not okay. OG has a family that she's trying to support as well. I feel like since Evelyn is coming for OG's bag, I'm going to go for Evelyn's bag. I think I'm going to sign the petition. What about you?